What about the recording? Recording has been. Oh, so recording resumed instead of restarting. But anyways, we'll see. We'll see. Hi, Kushi.
Hi Aditya,
How are you?
I'm good.
Perfect. Shankar, would you like to open your camera?
I would like to watch you. Yeah, different look. Looking good.
Thank you. What
Mm.
about the shirt?
I was talking about the shirt only. I'm so
Okay.
sorry.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I misinterpreted. Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. So, hello everyone. Welcome to the third meeting. Although it was supposed to be the fourth one, and the last meeting, I think we were all traveling, so we canceled the meeting at the last moment. Anyways, this is our third meeting, so hello. Um, I have 6 points. If you think there's anything more to add, please feel free to do this. For eBPF cipher trace, I had a discussion with Satyam offline regarding this, and I think most of the work is done. The the main work right now is writing some code around cipher suits. I think they are able to trace the TLS, but they are having some issue with the extract the cipher suit information. So that is the current situation. So extracting the cipher suits to uh, 3VPF current work. Yeah, and the next thing that I was discussing with Satyam was, there is a tool called Zeek, right? So this is Zeek Network Security Monitor. And these days, like all the cryptographic inventory vendors use this. I mean, there are several other network security monitoring tools, but I think Zeek stands out in all of the cases. Now, if you look at the code of Zeek, yeah, it's a very lightweight network observability tool, security monitoring tool, sorry. And what it does is it does not do like a TCP dump thing and then generate the PCAP. So there are two modes in Zeek, active mode and passive mode. What happens in active mode is the live traffic that is coming onto your system monitor it right at that moment, and then it do BPF filtering on that whole traffic to only then filter out the our user specified protocol or packets. So BPF filter will filter out the, let's say, TLS related packets. I mean, the whole packet is still coming on. Only the filtering is taking the TLS related packet to the Zeek monitoring, the main monitoring part. And then it gives you logs about TLS. This is active, and the passive it supports is you do TCP dump and write a PCAP file. Okay, and then you pass this PCAP file to the your Zeek, to this application, and it will do analysis on top of it, and then it will give the TSS logs or PKI logs. Correct. Now the active scanner, it works on libcap, I think. Libcap. Yes, this is the Linux library for user face interface. Yeah, so it uses libcap, and what libcap does is the same thing. Whole traffic coming, it takes all the traffic, but only it's doing the BPF filtering now. And you can run Zeek without BPF filtering also. This is fine and good, but again, the problem is it is still working, doing the monitoring on the whole packet and just filtering out. The whole packet is still coming. So I think we will have to somehow show that eBPF cipher trace is better than Zeek since Zeek is widely used. How it is better? Because right now Zeek runs on libcap and libcap gives the whole traffic, and our eBPF cipher trace is only focusing on the TLS traffic. Now how TLS traffic is same TCP management, and once the TCP connection initialized, we assume that a TLS connection will also occur consequently, like simultaneously at the same time. So now we are thinking of creating like an environment, testing environment, where we compare Zeek and eBPF cipher trace. So what I have in my mind is something like, mm, how do we turn off the this dark mode and go to light mode on this? Yeah, style. I'm not sure. So anyways, I'll create the box. We will have now. Um, we will run Zeek on one VM, okay, and we'll run eBPF cipher trace. Zeek usually run, it's a single threaded application, so it runs on one CPU. So we have like EC2 instance that are free of cost, giving at least one CPU core or whatever, and then we'll run the same on the same sort of VM. We'll create another VM that runs eBPF cipher trace, and then we have another VM in which we will send the TLS client connection. TLS client connection. And this, our goal is to at least 100 plus clients. I don't know, we can manage to find a VM that can run this much capability. If 100 plus clients does not work, then maybe 50 around something. And these 100 plus clients, these are clients will then yes, no. Yes, let's do this. We'll make, yes, we'll try to make a TLS handshake sorry, initialization. TLS handshake initialization and TLS initialization. Sorry. And these will do like very randomly because we are trying to simulate a live environment where TLS connection, TCP connection is very random. It does not occur in every 10 seconds or something. So we'll try to create 100 handshakes with Zeek and a TLS 100 TLS handshakes with a cipher trace, and then we will see which of these tools out of Zeek and EPF cipher trace is uh, utilizing the resource more, and what is the behavior of the output, like what type of TLS related information for our crypto inventory we can gather out, and how much time taking. So all those benchmarking criteria we will try to do it, and the desired output would be like eBPF cipher trace shows better performance in case of resource utilization and timing and output. And then maybe we write like a blog or something around it, and then show the capability of eBPF for TLS tracing basically. So this is what we are trying, what we'll try to do in a few of the in this week or maybe next week. So I have two VMs in which Zeek and UPS Cipher is running, and now the problem is how to get a VM where we can run 100 plus clients. So right now Satyam and I are trying to get this out. So hopefully we will have a VM by the next tech meeting, sorry, working group meeting. Yes. Any questions so far with the Zeek versus EPF server trace programming, or do you guys like the idea so far?
Yeah, it's good.
Yes. And have you ever tried any other network monitoring tool that uses eBPF? There are, but they usually don't are not very specific to TLS. So if you find any tools just like that do TLS, I don't know whether Celium provides or not. If you find it, then do let me know. Cool. So this is EVO cipher trace. This is going to be one of our main work. In this, Shubham Jain is working on this, and next Zeke versus eBPF cipher trace. Satyam and Aditya. Yes. So we'll work on this. Next thing is for NVIDIA to be parting to be in part with the NVIDIA engagement. We have finally created the CUSL PR that actually is the main PR that indicates CUPQC with OpenSSL. So once this PR is merged, I will contact someone from the NVIDIA team. And yes, and if you look here, yes, this is the PR. Only thing is this needs to be reviewed. So I'll start the review, although I'm not really good with C programming language, but maybe I think Claude is really good with that. So either Claude or someone else will review this. Let me attach the PR link. And once this is merged, I'll then after this is merged, nice. Okay, ठीक है, and this is good enough. Any question with this? Any question or comments? Well, I'll just explain the architecture, what we have done. Not me, not we, my sister. Um, so these are the benchmarking files. Yeah, these are the OpenSSL patches. So earlier, what we were thinking was to create a provider for OpenSSL that gives the GPU-based algorithms, but it's a very hectic task and it's not needed. What we did, okay, what we do is we go to OpenSSL crypto MLChem library, and in that, wherever the API of encapsulation decapsulation is there, we simply replaces it with the our CUPQC API for encaps, decaps, and keygen. Yes. So if you'll see, there's one second. Wow, Shankar, you're in the middle of the jungle, huh? Yes. So yeah, this is in caps, decaps. So basically, change the APIs of OpenSSL that was initially running the CPU-based encapsulation. Now we replace with GB-based encapsulation, and these are the CUPQC. I think some internal implementation, and this is the CUPQC the .CUDA files that is referenced in those in these files in these patches. Cool. Any questions, Subham, with this?
No, Aditya.
Sure. So, reviewing, reviewing. going. Alright. Yes. PQC in embed TLS, this PR is merged. Um, yeah. So if we get any time, then we will try to understand how they are merging PQ code package with this embed TLS. But I don't have the bandwidth at the moment, so we'll see how the integration is being done. But not at the moment. Maybe when we get time later. Yes, the next thing is Shubham, the you were exploring the current implementation of CBOM kit, and I know you have already made some blogs on it. So, would you like to tell few words like what is the ongoing progress, and what's next in this?
Yeah, Aditya. So in this, the implementation is done, and
Mm-hmm.
I've also added the support for the OpenSL. The only thing that is left is I have raised a PR in the Sonar CXS plugin, and it is not merged yet.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, one of the maintainers added a comment to verify that if the code coverage is more than 80% for the new code, and I also run the NgKore code. So this is a kind of tool that helps you to identify what are the code coverage. Code coverage is basically whatever code you write, the new code, you have
Mm-hmm.
to make sure that you have written enough test cases to ensure that
Mm-hmm.
your code is working fine or not.
Mm-hmm.
So when I check it, so it is around like 60%, 60 or
Oh,
62%. So I have
mhm.
to add some more test cases, and then maybe uh, I can push for the review part.
And this is once this is done, so it has dependency for Shibam kit. This needs to be merged first, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, 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 okay.
I mean,
Mhm.
I can create an artifact and put it in the Sonar cryptography plugin, but it won't make sense because the new changes will keep on happening on the Sonar CXS. So it will make
Mm.
more sense if we directly fetch it from the main directory.
So right now, Shibam kit utilizes Sonar Java, Sonar Python as well, correct?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay, okay, okay. And I remember we were talking offline. You said while you run Sonar cryptography, then the dependency you explicitly mentioned the Sonar's Java, Python, and
Oh
all.
yeah, like there's some clarification. So
Mm-hmm.
uh, yesterday I checked the code. So what is happening exactly? So your what is that? SonarQube is not running. So there's two way you scan the code.
Mm-hmm.
First, uh, you put Sonar cryptography plugin into the
Mm-hmm.
SonarQube, and
Mm-hmm.
then from there there's a tool Sonar Scanner. So from there you run the scanning part
Sonar scanner.
first, and
Mm-hmm.
the second one is your CBOM-kit library replicates some of the main functionality from the Sonar Cube, and some of the things are mock. Basically, some of the things are like a mock version. So it is running the SonarQube functionality, platform's functionality, and calling the Sonar cryptography plugin and other plugins, other language plugins from the SonarQube.
Mm-hmm. So,
And it has no dependency on the SonarQube,
CBOM kit does
basically.
not argue.
No, no, yes, yes. So your CBOM kit does not depend on the SonarQube at all. If we add the
Uh,
plugins artifact directly, so it will work just fine.
and by default, it does not use Sonar Cube, even though it can use as an option. It
Yes,
can be
yes,
an option.
yes.
And I think the capabilities in CBOM kit are CBOM kit. When we say CBOM kit, we mean CBOM kit library, right? For the that has the code logic of Sonar Cube.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and CBOM kit lib itself is enough to do the all the necessary things for CBOM lit stuff, right?
I mean, like it is using SonarCube cryptography and other plugins in the background.
Even so for cryptography also SonarCube have a plugin.
No, no. So SonarQube don't have any plugin related to the cryptography. It uses this Sonar cryptography plugin in order to scan the cryptography related stuff. Sonar cryptography basically provides you the so this Sonar language plugins, some of the extension part and some of the rules. That
Mhm.
much this Sonar cryptography plugin provides.
Okay. And but at the end of the day, even if it's not using the Sonar Cube, they are
Mhm.
using the programming languages version like Sonar's Java and Sonar Python, the CBOM
Yes,
kit.
yes, yes.
Okay, yeah. So what do you think? Which one is better, Sonar Cube or CBOM kit library?
Uh, I haven't tried with the SonarCube yet, but
Uh-huh.
I read one blog. So SonarCube platform, it has good user interface and all. So I guess maybe SonarCube will be much better, but I'm not sure 100% about this. So this is
And
just a conjecture
from
right
IBM,
now.
right? From Sonar, I think community company.
Yeah, SonarCube, like, so their platform is uh, not developed with regard to this cryptography stuff. So
Discovery,
maybe
right?
in that terms, the CBOM Kit UI is much better. But
Hmm.
I guess like on the functionality basis and more description basis, maybe SonarQube got the upper hand.
And I think the community members are more there.
SonarQube, um, yeah, you can say that because these are the parsers, language parsers. So maybe like there are more
Yeah,
community members there
which parser? I mean, the scope is very wide and not just cryptographic
to
inventory.
the cryptography. Yes, yes, true.
So Shubham, I would request you to attach the blogs links there, whatever the blogs that you have written.
Okay.
So I think you will update it then, since you mentioned that now SonarCube, Shivam Lib does not use SonarCube.
Yeah, like I'm planning to push another blog and I'm also keeping that information in that blog.
Okay, okay, cool. So right now there's one blog, so please try to attach it. Now I have
Yes.
question for Khushi. Khushi, let's say in your, for example, there's a
Let me,
program.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. I guess Kushi is not there.
Oh, Khushi's not there.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
man, she betrayed us. Oh. So I have question for Shankar then. Let's say, you are muted by the way. Let's
Let
say
me leave first.
let's say you have a Python file, okay? You have run you have application, and now you are asked that from that Python file you try to find this term like cryptographic term. It could be, let's say, Aditya, Shankar, Shubham, from that big application or just a simple Python file. What do you think, how you will do this? What would be the logic behind it?
I will just press on the leave button in the corner. That's it.
Or open VS Code and control F, right?
Yeah, there could be many, like there can be many approaches. It depends on how intensive the work is.
Uh-huh.
If you go in a bit more details, then maybe we can discuss it further.
Let's say if there's one file, okay, one file, but it's a 1000 line of code, and you are asked to find these terms like Shankar, Shubham, and Aditya.
Mm.
Then what would be your approach?
If I am on the terminal, then most probably I will go with grep, do some AI search. What's the specific command for that? This is
And
what I mostly do. But if I am using the VS Code, then yeah, obviously it's
and let's say that single Python file now converts to 20 file. Now it's an application, not just a simple file. So you have
Mhm.
to go and find in each of the every file. So how will you do that?
Again same. Grep can
Same.
do that with. Yeah. Within the whole folder, like the directory, you can go through each file, or either you can search in the VS Code in all the files, or any
and
IDE you can use.
let's say now the things to find that were actually like Shankar, Shubham, and Aditya, it changes
Mm-hmm.
to 50. Like 50 new things are there that you need to find. And
Mm-hmm.
now when we do grep, there are comments also, there are some hashtags, they are sometimes only written in the description. We actually want to find which are being utilized in the code.
Mm-hmm.
Any comments and other thing. Then what would be
Then
your
I
approach?
will create a bash script for that.
Shubham, what would be your approach? Shubham knows it really well then.
Sorry, I didn't get the question. I was AFK, so can you repeat that part?
Yeah, let me repeat. Okay, I'll repeat it for you. I'm asking, so basically I'm asking how CBOM kit runs, how CBOM kit works. How does it find the crypto related artifacts in the source code?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, first of all, what it does, so it takes your source code. It did not do the regular expression matching, like you search this particular name Shivam in the whole source code and just put it all the findings and give you the data. No, that's not the correct way. Basically, what it does, it converts your whole source code into the AST trees,
Mm-hmm.
and then it travels to each node and then um, parses the node, then reassemble it, rearrange it, organize it, and then create, like, it is something of CBOM kit specific, not to, like, if you want to name search for this name and all. So it converts this particular detection store into this inode and then reorganizes the data into the way that it can be understand easily, and then it converted this to further this to the cyclone dx format for the better representation. This is something like that.
Yes. So Shankar, that would be a good approach. You understand any of the part? So
Makes sense.
in short, just create an AST and then parse it, right? AST is like the abstract syntax tree. Basically, it forms in a tree format, and then you go node by node and traverse it using, and then there's a parsing logic. Okay, out of these nodes, only extract these things out, like those Shankar Shubham and things out.
This is like what find do, right? In CLI. When you just find something. I don't know
But
if you use it or not.
find is like a bit different. It will find everything out, and
Okay, we are selecting things here.
yeah, AST is always a good approach because then it does not give any garbage value, comments, suggestions, and then actually that is being utilized. Like, and not only CBOM kit, we do it in a lot of stuff. Like wherever there is something related to source code, scanning, we usually go with AST. Yes, cool.
Great.
Yeah, something new to learn, huh? Today.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, Shubham, next next log upcoming. And what about this Shubham, working on Jostle comparison? Is it done or do you have anything in your
No, no,
planning?
it
It's
is completely done.
completed. So I'll remove it from the next. Yeah, okay, in the next meeting. This is completed.
Yes.
Yeah, good work. And next thing, what basically if you everybody knows the new Merkle tree certificates for TLS.
Hmm.
They don't want for authentication. We earlier used X509 certificates,
Certificates.
and now for PQC certificates, MLDSS ledgers, the the size is very big,
Hmm.
so they don't want to use this much resources just for the authentication. Correct. Now, so they have come up with something called Merkle tree certificates, which is now adopted by Google, Chrome with the Cloudflare and all. And
Hmm.
I've not read like highly in depth, but from very high overview, it's like the root CA, Shankar, for certification authentication, there's a hierarchy, like root CA, sub CA. So root CA is the real deal here. Root CA will be signed um, with any with root CA will be root CA will be signed by some algorithms, and that will be taken as the root node of the Merkle tree, right? And then this whole list of Merkle tree will be put in your browsers or maybe in your root CA store, which will have this list, and then this list will be used for authentication. So this is, I think, very high level. Now, what I was thinking this with my sister to actually work on this and try to create like a POC or demo that we actually see how it is working. And if someone wants to learn, then they can usually run this demo. Uh, Maybe create like in like a good environment how it is exactly that will be exactly being will be used in an actual environment. So POC demo, testing environment. So I'm thinking of this. And next thing, since she wants to work more on the GPU related stuff, what actually happens is now CUPQC does provide some algorithms written in GPU CUDA that can be used in Merkle tree like hashing, Poseidon hash. And since this Merkle tree and it's more around hashing and those things, so we were thinking, is it possible to run CUPQC for the Merkle tree, right? So this is just like the theoretical that maybe we can do, but the first thing would be POC or demo, and this would be followed by once we do a good research and understanding of these things. So current is understanding of in-depth understanding will be done by Megha mostly, and I will also look into this. Yeah, once we do this, then we will try to. Now I have to look like exactly whether if there is any demo or implementation that is available open source. Maybe we simply take that out and do the testing. If not available, then we will create another demo. Yeah. So that is uh it. That's pretty much. That's pretty much what we are going to do in the Merkle tree certificates for TLS. Any questions? Okay, I'll take the silence as no. The next thing that I want to bring into your guys know into your guys consideration is
By the way, sorry to
yeah.
interrupt. Have you read one of the articles recently Cloudflare published before Google announced that they will be using Merkle tree proof for this authentication process? So they have also used some kind of method to reduce the size of MLDSA. I mean, not reducing the size. However, they are able to authenticate each other with the MLDSA certificates.
Mm, okay, I've not read this one, but I've read another blog, like the one two paragraph in which Cloudflare along with Google are going to do like a three-stage collaboration for the Merkle tree certificates.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So let me see. I'll bring up the link. This one. Um, Cloudflare.
Let
Let me
me
also tag
just
in
see.
chats.
Yeah, I've sent it. Yes.
Yes, this one.
Bootstrap MTC. Oh, okay, okay. No, no, no. Like, okay, this is also based on Merkle tree, I guess.
Yes, the same one. This is
Hmm.
like
Yeah,
same
yeah.
collaboration between Google and Cloudflare.
Yeah.
Yeah, and regarding your, if you can share the link of it, or maybe I can attach it here only, or you can attach in the doc only. I'll give it a read. It's those things are good. And recently today, Shubham, I was reading the Akamai blogs. So Akamai
Hmm.
every twice a month, sorry, once in 2 months. Okay.
Hmm.
Mm. They try to come up with blog series on their PQC adaptability adoption because they're targeting to migrate their whole infrastructure, not simply like the load balancer, but the whole infrastructure into PQC.
Hmm.
And their two, three, four blogs, like the initial blogs, have always been revolved around TLS. Akamai has CDN, content delivery systems, right? Similarly, like AWS CloudFront. So their Akamai CDN now uses PQC by default. So this was one of the updates, which was done last year only. Now they are trying to migrate other like different other protocols also. So they said like now we want to also focus on other protocols like SSH. So they were basically their experts were basically saying that how for different protocols, what would the process be? Would it is it going to be easier or um, easier as in sense like TLS or a bit difficult? So for SSH, they said okay, it's very easy because widely SSH, what do we use for SSH? OpenSSH. And OpenSSH, since 2021 they had NTRU. It was one of the PQC algorithm, although it was not standardized. But in the
Hmm.
recent releases, they OpenSSH uses MLKML DSA. So for that adaptability, only one version needs to be changed. So they said, okay, this is going to be easier task. Now, what about the mailing protocols like um POP3, IMAP, and other things? So POP3 protocol, these are the mailing protocol, and IMAP, they basically use Start TLS protocol. I mean Start TLS tool, and Start TLS tool under the hood uses TLS only. So at the end of the day, most of the work for these email protocols like IMAP, POP3 is TLS. So that will be like a similar task, since they have already migrated TLS stuff, so they can do it like it is not going to be very complex in theory, okay, on a protocol level. And then they focused on um, more protocols like VPN, and they said for IPsec IKEv2, if they use IPsec IKEv2, then they are going to use some adapt some of the RFCs for what RFC, what exactly Strong Swan uses, like multiple key exchanges. And if the VPN is TLS based, then we can basically update the TLS layer and use MLKML DSA, which is already provided. So this was for your uh, this VPN. And the another one was uh, what's the name? 1 second. I'll bring up the, oh man, you see, yes. Let me also attach the link of this. Um, I'll make it points. Akamai PQC migration progress log. Yes. So if I open this link, this is such cool. Um, VPNs, yeah, for messaging. Like now, this is the most widely used is either Signal, WhatsApp, or Apple Messenger. And WhatsApp and Signal uses Signal protocol. And Signal last year only, I think around the OpenSSL conference event, they came up with a new version of their uh, protocol, uh, Signal protocol. This SPQS, Sparse Post Quantum Ratchet. I know few understand. I have few understanding about this, but I have not done the full reading. This will be in our. I'll put it in the dog, and it uses your three-way PQC and second whatever. So Signal and WhatsApp are already in the messaging area. It's already adopted. Okay, Apple has come for Apple messages. They have come with this PQ3 initiative. Now for tools like RCS that Google Messages use, this is by far the most interesting topic to me. It lacks the PQC stuff still now, but there are some now new efforts going underway for RFC this message layer security, in which they have included MLCAM, but the work is like still in very early stages. So just for the information that tools like RCS is also going to have PQC in the roadmap. Yeah. The another one is OpenPGP. And OpenPGP, in some, like, for example, in OpenSSL, there is OpenSSL has three project: OpenSSL, Bouncy Castle, and CryptLib. So CryptLib also provides OpenPGP. Yeah, and it's basically used for PGP connection. Frequently for open source providing any organization find encrypted communication over email. Yeah, email stuff. Yes, I forgot about it. So for email stuff, a lot of people, not a lot of people, but quite a good amount of people use PGP, and Open PGP is also quantum vulnerable. So in IETF, there is Open PGP working group. That provides a new draft in MLCAM for MLCAM and MLDSA. Okay, for DNSSEC, I have seen a lot of blogs and videos in which they are providing PQC over DNSSEC, but they still say it is going to be a complex process, because DNSSEC also runs over UDP, and in UDP we can't directly provide the PQC signatures, because it will create fragmentation. And if this fragment, because in one packet frame we can't send the PQC signatures, so there will be some fragmentation issue. And if there is a fragmentation issue, then this UDP will be fall back to the TCP, in which there is no fragmentation issue, because there we since use those things, right? So this is one of the known issue that it can have. Now for resolving these, either they go with they're saying we will use FNDSA 206, SLSDSA, or SLSDSA included in Merkle tree ladder. And this is interesting. This is not related to Merkle tree certificates, it's a Merkle tree ladder. Okay, and the concept is a tree signed Merkle tree ladder, similar to Merkle tree certificates, but this is different than that. It's similar but different. But I didn't hear about Merkle tree ladder for DNSSEC, so for me also this is something very new. So this is how their conclusion was. So they are trying to go beyond TLS and cover other protocols also, and this is really informative. Yeah. So maybe in future, since I was thinking, okay, in one of our project PQ Proto, our work is to look into different protocols. And maybe I was thinking in the future we can cover these protocols also that Akamai has discussed here in this blog. Yeah, what do you think?
Yes, quite good.
Quite good, right?
Hmm.
So maybe PQ Proto will include these protocols.
These
These,
protocols, okay, like um OpenPGP or OpenSS, something like that.
yes, and these all SSH,
All three.
VPN, messaging,
Okay.
OpenPGP stack. Yeah, and it would be really good if we write our blog around Merkle tree certificates and Merkle tree ladder. This
Mm.
is I don't know like how industry is going to adopt multi-ladder for DNSSEC, but itself is a very interesting task to me. Uh, Interesting. MTL uh, multi-ladder for DNSSEC. This is very interesting, yeah. And I think we have passed the time. But the last thing that I want to bring into your okay, I need to study this SPQR also. Um, Understand SPQR. Yes. One last thing is this, because this is now the hot topic, like hottest topic. So Ethereum has come up with their PQC quantum resistance roadmap, right? And they were slow because like in the on chain there was nothing very much specific to signatures, but they have like four things that within the Ethereum ecosystem utilizes some signatures or some key exchange classical ways, that is consensus layer BLS signature. These are some of the commitments, EO signatures, and application layer zero knowledge proofs like KZZ and Groth 16. So I only know about this one. These are like from very high level. I know about this, but I read this, or like if I want to give a summary to this, they will be going to adopt a lot of hashing. Since hashing is quantum safe, they will adopt hashing in almost everything. Like even if you don't want to use the signatures, they will try to use hashing. So for example, like lean available chain involves hash-based signatures, and this Stark is like the layer 2 scaling in Ethereum, like zero knowledge proof. Stark is like a zero knowledge proof which uses hashing. But they say, okay, even though the Stark is quantum safe, it can't be utilized in every of these things. You can't run them, but we can run some other hashing things in those things, because for this you can use Stark, but if you want to do good performance, then you can use other hashing algorithms. And the most widely used hashing algorithms are Poseidon 2 and Blake 3, right? And matter of fact, Poseidon 2 is one of the very good feature in CUPQC. So I was just relating whether we can use these things, Poseidon 2, and see the performance, Blake 3 performance, and then use like a general implementation, then the CUPQC implementation. So this was one of the thing that caught my eye. Ethereum Foundation, uh, PQC, not PQC, quantum resistance. Yeah, resistance. Oh my God, roadmap. Yeah, roadmap. This, and mostly they are going to adopt hashes. Poseidon 2, 3, mostly. Yeah, mostly there are hashes, and in some cases they are saying, okay, we will use signatures in some cases. Like for example, ECDC in this case at least. And we also know of lattice-based signatures today. These are extremely inefficient to verify. However, there is work on vectorized precompile precompile that lets you perform operation this also entity butterfly validation that are the core of lattice methods, and also Stark. This could greatly reduce the cost, and yeah. So they're saying lattices are but uh, for the for the entity and these operations, they will do something mm, better, like optimizing entity or butterfly permutation, which makes the uh, which reduces the resource utilization, I think. And the problem is zk snark costs these ton of gases, and quantum resistant Stark is more like 10 million gases. The later is unacceptable for privacy tools, and that's why the problem with zk snark is this. Zk snark right now uses, so just for your information, for layer 2 we either use zk snark or use zk stark. Zk snark is elliptical curve based, zk stark is hashing based. So more of the people will go towards either zk stark, or now association foundation sorry, open source community like LFDT, they are working on post quantum zk now. So either they do this or that. But the it says the cost of gas is very high. Yeah, so this is just for the information. Maybe if something comes in our mind to do some work or implementation on this, then we will definitely look into this. Yeah. Any question with this, Shubham Shankar?
No, not from my side.
Yeah, but I think like now the Ethereum Foundation has also come with a roadmap. So for a very long time they were silent, and now finally they came up with the roadmap, which is in the crypto world also got a very put a very good spotlight for PQC now. Yeah, so overall it's good.
I guess like they have already had proposals for integrating the PQC into the blockchain part of the Ethereum.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean there are a lot of, we call it EIP, Ethereum Improvement Proposals. There were
yes.
lots of EIP, lots of were like even waste. I mean, you can also go and create a EIP. The thing is, which EIP is going to be adopted and accepted. So, according to Vitalik, this is the founder of Ethereum. The EIP that will be accepted are something like this: 8141 and yeah, 8141 and some other things. Yes, these are the links. For example, if you look at this, mm, yep, and I think this is also one of the part of one of the EIP. Yeah.
I've also
Yeah.
added one of the proposal part. You
Sorry.
can. I've also added a link in the chat section.
Mhm.
One of the proposal that I read a while ago.
Ah.
This is from the previous year, maybe not a while.
So is this EIP or something else?
Uh, I don't know. It is like something that is put on the mailing list of Bitcoin or something.
Ah, okay, okay, okay. I mean, yeah, Project 11 uh, has done a lot of things. They've got lost lot of investment for creating Bitcoin quantum safe.
Hmm.
Yeah, I have read this one actually. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, I think yeah, that's pretty much it. We will see whether we can any use cases. Let's see. That. Yeah. Yeah, I think we are over the time. Still, I think yeah, that's pretty much from my side. Any other point that you want to discuss? Otherwise the time is already up, so we're good to go.
Yeah, nothing from my side.
Yeah, okay, then it's pretty good. I think, and mostly in the quantum security working group, we always take more time than we expect. So thank you very much for joining. See you in the next to next week. Thanks. I'll stop the
Thanks.
recording now. Yes.